instead of resenting events and circumstances and choices and decisions you've made, choose to resent. So going, wow, I walked away from this kind of power, right, that I would have had within this small town. And it hit me for a second because in my moment, as I was thinking about it, I'm not yet happy with where I am in my life. Mm-hmm. But I got out of it in a split second because I thought, okay, sure, in a small town, and I'm not knocking anything about the place or what it is, but I had to get my mind out of it. I said, okay, yeah, I would have been something there. But that means I would have left a lot of other benefit on the table, because where I'm trying to go is to help as many people as I can. I'm trying to broaden my reach to be more impactful to the common human being. And hindsight would have been, okay, did I make the wrong call to leave? But I'm using all my information today to make that judgment. My thinking is different, my health is different, my situation is different, and all of a sudden, this hindsight I could start questioning whether or not I made a good choice. But there's 3 years that passed, and I got a lot more growth and a lot more education, a lot more wisdom in me, but yet for a moment, I questioned, did I make the choice? But if I take myself back to that very moment in time when I did, it was the perfect choice I made. Mm-hmm. It was, because it was the choice I made. Mm-hmm. And you can't live with regret about it. And most people would live with regret saying, well, I could have been this. This could have been my life. Well, it fucking isn't, right? It's not, because you made a choice that took you in a totally different direction. You might not be totally satisfied yet, but it's a brand new life. It's a brand new chapter. And what are the benefits? I'm alive, because if I stayed an alcoholic, and I stayed a pharmaceutical pill popper, I might have been dead. So at least I'm alive. At least I'm driving towards happiness, and I probably would have still been depressed and miserable there, right? All of a sudden you start going, no, it was the perfect choice in the moment, because I have no regret. Somebody even asked me, my son asked me, do you ever have any regret? And I go, no, I don't have any regret. And then I wrote a whole thing about regret, saying, you know what? We tend to regret decisions and choices we made in our past. But get over it, because you can never do anything about it, ever, right? Accept every single choice you made, and if you want to move your life in a different direction right here, right now, make a different choice. But you can't do anything about the past. So leave it where it is, and if you want to hold on to any resentment, instead of resenting events and circumstances and choices and decisions you've made, choose to resent whether or not you're giving your all to your life. Bring the resentment on the inside of you for a second and ask yourself, am I truly the best version of myself? And if that answer is not yes, then hold resentment on yourself to change yourself. That's the placement that resentment should be. Because you can never, and nobody resents the future. Think about this, because you can't. It hasn't happened yet. So you only have resentment attached to the past. But you can't do shit about the past. Mm-hmm. So fuck it. Why does our mind do this? Mm-hmm. It's nuts. But it does. That's what the mind does. Once again, take your thoughts from external, right? Event, situation, people, everything else. Can't change anything about it. But what can I do different right here, right now? Mm-hmm. And as soon as you put that energy inside of you, then you start moving yourself into a place of happiness, joyfulness, fulfillment, achievement. You know, all the emotions that you're constantly chasing happen by you developing self-confidence, self-love, self-respect, and that's by turning your energy inside of you and then following through and pushing yourself forward to become the best version of yourself.